Good evening. Karibu tena kwa jioni hii ya leo mahali ambapo unatutazama. Iwe basi utazama within the Kenyan border, beyond the Kenyan border. Welcome again this evening as we coming to you live for the very first time. We are having My Story. Here is a special segment where different guests will be in to tell us their story, what they think about their professionalism, of course, and about their career. So feel free, share the link. Karibisha wenzako, wakaribishe hapa ndani ya Mufu TV. Let us share the story. Share with us the story in the comment section. Of course, if you have a story that you could wish to share with your guest, of course, tell us one-on-one in the comment section, or you can also inbox us through 0794599879, 0789459879, so that we get to link and then you sell your story to your fan base. So join us this evening for the next around 50 or 1 hour as we having our guest in studio. Atakuwa anatuambia like amekuaje, amelelewa wapi na career yake ni gani. As you have seen there, the beauty goddess, so she is. My name is Vincent Ukinda, ni ndani ya Mufu TV. Karibisha wenzako tuweze kusikia basi an inspiration from our sister here in studio. And of course, if you have not subscribed and you're new here, consider subscribing because Mufu TV is your passport to adventure. Welcome. And now, Madam Beauty Goddess, you now tell our viewers like majina yako and whatever you think like they can know in the introduction.
Okay, thank you. My name is TAMARA Nyabuto, a student at ICS Technical College, currently studying the course of Journalism and Media, the current Miss Kavi ICS. TAMARA is a social person. I am a jack of all trades. I'm a content creator at TikTok, a professional makeup artist, a professional actress, currently working on a project that is yet to be edited, and also currently contesting for Mr. and Miss Kasarani 2025-2026. Yeah.
So that is Tamara Mdhoni.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
The reality. As you can listen, ndo majina yake. I think we'll use the both languages so that yoyote ambaye labda angependa kutusikia kwa Kiswahili na Kizungu pia atupate one on one. How so? And now maybe your upbringing. Yeah.
Okay, I'm raised in a Christian home. I have both parents. I have a sibling, a small brother. We live in Roy, but you're not going to specify the location.
Privacy.
Yeah, privacy. I've studied in a primary and high school. I'm currently in college, but I'm still also working.
Yes.
I'm born again. Yeah, but right now, currently, I'm still yet not in church. I stopped kidogo too. But
you left the church, not God.
Yeah, I left the church, but not good. Yeah.
Okay, so when I say about the upbringing, of course, there are challenges that people face in life that some other people have to endure to become who they are. If you reflect on your upbringing, would you say like whatever the jack of all trades you are has an impact on how you are brought up? Because unapata like uko na rafiki yako anakuambia like silently nilikuwa nalelewa, nilipata mtoto na huyu mtoto alinichange.
Okay, yeah, true.
So has maybe your upbringing had an impact to what you're doing currently?
Yeah. My mom noticed I'm very talented when I was very young. When I was in primary, I was in Guru Nanak. It was a Indian school.
Guru Nanak.
Yeah, an Indian
Those
school.
who use thicker would have.
So when I started in Guru Nanak, the teachers, my Indian teacher, noticed that I'm very
Umesema your Indian teachers?
Yeah, I had an Indian teacher and Kenyan teachers. It is an Indian school.
Hello.
So, Wakenya tulikuwa kidogo.
Just in Kenya, but Kenyans you are very few.
Yeah, tulikuwa kidogo.
Yes.
And I did my first Hindi song where I performed on the music festivals. And then I joined the drama festivals when I moved into the next primary school. Na nikakuwa nikifanya drama. And also when I was young, actually, kulikuwa na dancing competitions when you go somewhere to eat. And my mom will tell me, so unajua kudance, and I would dance. I go there, I dance, I get awarded. So I started knowing that I am confident enough, I can do things. Hata ukiangalia picha zangu za shule, if you see an album, kwa zote kwa students niko mbele, mimi ndio niko front. So I was very confident about myself, even though I had challenges of maybe people shaming me on my skin color. By the way, it was a big huge challenge that time when I was young. Si kama sasa unajijua, unajielewa, unajua uko sawa venye uko. It was very hard. But I guess those are the challenges that nilikuwa tunayo. But Kenya ilifanya nikajua ni hiyo wazazi wangu kunionyesha that niko talented enough. Ndo nilisaidia kugrow na sasa mimi nikaendelea.
So partly growing up, you say like your parents have been part and parcel of this. So you've not find time like to go through something alone.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, parents when I was young, but when I'm growing, when I was in high school, nilikuwa naona watu wa setbook wakikuja shule kutufanyia setbooks. Nikaona hata mimi naweza jaribu. So I started reading the novels. Then I now make a script. I started writing script when I was in high school. Najiandikia script hapo ya dialogue ya the characters ziko kwa novel. And then we perform on parade on Monday or Fridays. We start acting. So nikaanza kujiinnovate in acting. Nikaona anaweza fanya vitu za setbook. And then our school had cultural weeks. Then I said acha nijaribu kumodel. Because I love fashion, I actually designed myself in high school. Unajua kwa shule upati designer.
High school umesoma pia Gurunonak?
No. High school nimesoma mbili. I studied at Sengani Girls High School, then nika bridge at Brigham Girls where I finished my form 4. So
Is it Nairobi?
No, moja iko Tala, ingine iko Mala. Yeah. So nikiwa shule nimekuwa nikifanya hizo acting sana na modeling na patata title. Also watu wakani acknowledge in modeling. And then I also used to read news because nilikuwa nimepata journalism kutoka kitambo. So nilikuwa nasoma news kwa parade, nasoma headlines ya venye wiki itakuwa, your teacher is on duty, nini vitu kama hizo. So nilijisaidia kugrow. Like when I'm saying jack of all trades, I was doing everything. I was in sports, I was in drama, I was in science congress ya masomo. Like nilikuwa kwa kila tu kitu. Yeah.
There's one challenge that you've said like when you're young, you get to go through some shaming of course. You said about maybe the skin. And where did you manage to drive that courage kuwa like I'm this, they've said this about me, but I'm going to make it at that young age?
Yeah, first I remember when I was very young, we used to have a house girl. Alikuwa tufanya kazi. So I found her doing her makeup. She was very light skin. Nikakuja nikamwambia, can I see your makeup? Naweza jaribu kupaka? Akaniambia, makeup ni watu weupe peke yake. Makeup si watu weusi. Nasikia vibaya. But I just kept quiet. Unajua kiwa mtoto hawezi bishana.
Sure.
So when I went to school also, sometimes even a teacher will make an example of dark and light. Anakupoint out, kama yule ni nani mweusi hivyo. So I used to feel like kwani kuwa mweusi ni kitu mbaya. Because kwa shule walimu wanaweza kupoint out kwa swali ama akifunza. Students ndio pia kupoint out. Ndio hiyo house girl pia ni. So I used to feel very low and very down. But when I knew that I am beautiful the way I am is when I started doing TikTok. And people used to embrace my color. And they're like, wow, your skin is glowing. What do you use? I love your skin color. Your time TikTok ilikuwa inaitwa Musically. Haikuwa TikTok, inaitwa Musically. So naona haya watu wanani embrace kumbe. And also my mom used to motivate me. Ananiambia mtu asikudanganye ubadilishe rangi yako. Many people want this color. This color is rich. So nilikuwa na grow too. Nikiambiwa siamini but naamini tu. Now when I started joining the pageant and nikachangewa my thinking that kumbe kukua mweusi it's not bad. It's not demeaning anything. Because the moment nilishinda hii pageant, I was like, those I was competing with, they were light. Why wouldn't they get the crown? You see? So nikakuja beauty. See, it's not defined only by skin color. It's defined by even how you project yourself. How confident I was walking on the runway, how confident I was acting, how confident I was in front of any audience that na approach. That's beauty. You know, na hiyo nikakuja nika realize kumbe hata skin color is nothing. Hiyo tu ni iko chini hivi. beauty na define na vitu mingi sana zenye sikuwa naelewa. Hivyo ndo nikuja nika project and I became a voice and accepted my skin color and I love myself very very much and even I feel so bad discriminating my younger self, mimi mwenyewe nikijiambia kumbe sikai vizuri. Yeah.
So in case you could have gone there, I could have ukijipiga viboko sana.
Ndiye kopi moja safi. Niamke ni akili load kidogo.
Whatever you're watching, this is my story. Of course, the guest is Tamara Mdhoni, aka the beauty goddess. She's here to tell us about herself and her career, of course, particularly. So tell us in the comment section, what do you think about your story, of course. If you have a story to share, you can write down there in the comment section. I'll be reading it louder. And of course, we'll be linking up ama uachie kwa nambari ama kwa namba ya, of course, 0794599879. We can have a way to link up and then to pick a story moja kwa moja so that you can speak to your fan base and of course people can get to be inspired by your story. Share, karibisha wendako as the story goes down. And now to this far, Tamara, umeongea and of course just kia mali umetaja mzee sana.
Mzee babangu.
Baba sasa.
Oh. My dad is also a present dad. Thank you for being a present dad if you're watching this. Amekuwa supportive kwa upande wa finance.
Yeah.
Nataka trip, analipa. I want to go for drama festival, sina pesa ya kutumia, analipa. Pay for my set books. Unajua pia when he pays for something, you go and watch, you grow through it. So amekuwa supportive in finances. Amekuwa also supportive as a dad. Ajai kata kitu yote nafanya. Any talent of mine, he comes to watch. Hata ya Kasarani wanajua atakuwa. So my dad has been present. I guess ni Jumama tuko close sana. That's why I mentioned her. And many people it's like that unless you don't have a mom.
Yeah.
But also my dad, he's present and he has been good. Very, very good. And I love him so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And now somebody would ask like, why an Indian school? You know, some of us tumesoma huko like matawi huko nyumbani. And then I'm here like, Indian school, in this era, you must be money.
It is my
How did it happen?
It's all my mom. Okay, ni shule tu nilichagulia. Sina story behind it. Just a school. Alitaka tu nianze hapo. Then we took a shift where we were living. Tukahama kwingine, nikaenda shule nyingine. Hivyo tu.
Hivyo tu. Now to the next phase of it, like sasa saizi umesha kuja, you've accepted it, like you can do this, and of course you have realized a lot that is hidden under you. Vile tu unasema sijui kama mtu anasema ile tu kimbelembele ama kierere ya mtoto, because it helps you realize yourself.
True.
And then now umefika to that bigger stage, like you're now in high school, and of course you've touched about set books, of course acting. So it means like besides anything there is beauty from within, because kuna watu kama mimi hatuwezi shika line hata 3 za hiyo set book. Niko na rafiki yangu anaitwa Madola. 3 kwa mimi na yeye tulikuwa tunaambiana 3 peke yake. Akili imepotea. Tunaelewa kitu for 30 seconds. Hizo 30 seconds zingine hakuna. So how do you manage? Okay, how did you manage? Or were you good in languages, of course, because you also mentioned journalism.
Yeah,
in high school.
very good in languages. But I mostly liked English. Though Kiswahili sikuwa nakipenda sana. But something funny in my case is I performed more good in Kiswahili. And the teacher alikuanga anashinda complain telling my mom, msichana wako ananiambia hapendi Kiswahili, amekataa kukielewa Kiswahili. And I tell him, yes, sipendi Kiswahili. But something funny, my Swahili was the top. And yeah, I was good in languages. Naweza tu niko good in languages. Yeah.
So now umetoka nje high school. Which year was that?
COVID, we were affected with COVID. Nimetoka high school maybe 2019 ama 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually ukiangalia the transfer from the high school thing, you're now becoming a mature person. Kama ni ID unaanza kuchukua, kama ni nini unaanza kupata. How was that for you, and how did it have an impact on the various maybe talents that you had realized in yourself?
When I began my adulthood.
Of course, yeah. Because kuna zile talents zingine ama realizations zingine, somebody shuts them down. Like okay, kama mimi nilikuwa nacheza ball, nikiwa high school. Lakini kwa sababu ya kumaliza shule na pia disappointment kidogo nikaachana nayo. Unaelewa? So maybe those talents there are those talents that maybe you had to shut down to prioritize others. And kuna zile zenye uliona like niaje hii, kama ni journalism lazima nitaifanya, kama ni actress nitaifanya, kama ni modeling nitaifanya. How about that? Transfer kutoka high school kuingia adulthood.
So true, kuna talents nilikuwa nazo. I used to play hockey in high school and basketball. I had to shut them down because nsangapi nacheza basketball naona. Unless ningeteka as a career, ningengangana nitafute pitch mahali huku ni join a team. So talents nilisema lazima nitawork nazo, and they will have to align each other. Is the acting and also doing the journalism. The modeling nilikuja baadaye kidogo, hata niliifanya high school. So nilikuwa nasema because journalism na media ni kitu moja. Media is also part of acting because acting is film is media. So mimi nilijaribu venye naweza ziunganisha, though ilikuwa it's kind of hard sometimes and difficult because it's not the same basics ziko kwa journalism system ziko kwa film. But I try as hard kuunganisha juu kuna vitu ziko same kwote like editing or sound or what. Yeah, so nimejaribu kuzileta tu pamoja. Hizo ndo talent nimengana nazo. Nika make one, and then now the modeling came in nikiwa sa college, in the middle time up college. Yeah.
Is there any secondary career you had to forego to stay with this journalism? Mtu angesema like, hey, I'm good in cooking, I could have done this. I'm good in
a very funny course.
Itaje wengi
ukisema watu watashangaa wangefanya hiyo.
That is your story. If it's safe for you, just tell it.
Caregiving.
All right.
I wanted to do caregiving. You see, ya kuchunga watu waze, I am very compassionate. I'm not disgusted by taking care of old people. Na nilikuwa nataka kuifanya, I even go outside country and do it more. But then nikatafuta shule, it's a passion. I can do it even now. But sasa tukatafuta shule, sikumbukangi nini li to confuse. My parents told me, do something you really love. I told them I love that one. But then nikakumbuka high school, nimekuwa nikisoma news. I'm good at languages.
Yes.
Naweza kaa kwa kamera hivi nifanye 1 2 3. I just went for journalism. But caregiving was a course that niliweka chini. Yeah.
So caregiving, kama mtu ambaye amesoma kwa huko kwa matawi huko, you only know this major one, but of course pia I believe like pia kupata shule that offers that at an affordable, maybe pocket price and whatever, inakuanga challenge sana. So anyway, it's okay. So now how about umetransfer sasa, umeanza kuachana na zingine za zinyonaona hii imefika mwisho, and then you now starting to prioritize.
Yeah.
And our subtitle tumeandika 3 in 1. An actress, we do modeling, and of course makeup artist. So of course like ndo ukanyage to the tertiary institution, kuna zile vitu unaanza kufanya kwa unapata mtu anakuambia mimi nimefanya journalism lakini nilianza kupata exposure kidogo kabla niingie class. So of these 3, which one did you just start doing passionately?
Makeup. I started doing makeup when I was 12 years.
From that story where you are
that story of that house girl, she encouraged me actually. Nikaanza kwenda kwa bedroom yangu naiba eyeshadow eyeshadow is this one. Unapaka naiba ka lipstick. Like nilianza kupenda makeup nikiwa mdogo. Na hata nimeenda shule yes ya makeup, but si shule nilifunza. It was self-taught passion. I used to enter naingia kwa YouTube na angalia na learn najifanyia. So nilianza na makeup. Nika perfect kidogo, but sasa shule kusoma niliingia journalism.
So shule kusoma ukakuja kuingia journalism. Hiyo makeup umeifanya through some tutorials of course pale YouTube.
But shule I was in Vera Beauty College. Yes.
So and then kuna zile inspiration. Kando tuna kusema you want to be a journalist, there must be an inspiration. Kusi tukiwa wadogo kwa mfano tulikuwa tunaona kina Mambo Mbotela, Charles Muga kabisa wakisoma zile habari za nini. Sasa wewe what is that inspiring you? Let us start with journalism of course. Besides just wanting to do it because you are vocal, you are always there when people don't think they can be there. Kuna wale role models, and what did you learn just from them?
I have 2 role models. One is Yvonne Okware Matole, and the other one is Jeff Koinange. Jeff Koinange because of the voice. You know, even me I have the voice. and I love the way he speaks, you know. Ilikuwa inanibamba anytime tu ni show ya Jeff utanipata niko hapo kwa screen. Yvonne, I also love the way she's always composed when she's reading news. Like anakuanga tu like you can see it's something she loves, you know. And also I used to love history very much. So nilikuwa nasema atakasta kwa screen nitataka kuwa journalist wa ground. Wa ground wanatafuta story reporters. It's so, let me tell you, there's something good journalists wanajuanga wao wenyewe in looking for stories. Inakuanga tu fun kutafuta story. You're told to go to Turkana and look for this and this and this and then come back with a story. For me, I used to see it as an adventure. Na nilikuwa natamani nasema nikianza shule nitaanza na ground. Kuna watu wapendi ya ground but mimi nilikuwa nimependa sana. Leo kidogo challenge ya maandamano imeanza kufanya nifikirie mara mbili. Watu wa ground wanatumia. Lakini bado nataka tu.
So ukafikiria, did you tell your mom like or your parents of course that I want to go to school so that I can become one of these people I'm following?
They know. Hata kama wanaangalia sahi wanajua I love Yvonne Okware Matole. Anytime ni siku yake nitakaa ni watch
with business news.
Yeah, maybe sahi ndio imepunguka kidogo because now you know we tend to be busy having a lot of activities going on. But after high school before tani join shule ndio nije kenye nataka nilikuwa napenda kumwatch sana. Yenda alikuwa anani encourage and also kusikiza the radio station on Hot 96 and Jeff with Jeff. Pia hiyo.
That is it for journalism. Now let us go to the second package, the package of modeling. Yeah, because it still relates. You want to be everywhere doing what people think they can't do. Forgot about everything that can set you back. How about modeling? What really inspired you? Who are you just looking at? And of course,
Okay, I started modeling in high school. It was my first time. Mimi nilikuwa designer, nilikuwa design watu. But then Tamara unaweza model, kulikuwa na title ya African icon. They told me you have a color of a true African, you know, you can do it. Enda tu ujaribu. So me high school nikaenda nika model for the title of African icon.
Yes.
I got the title, luckily something funny, and we were competing like almost 16 people. After that nikaachana model. Hiyo ilikuwa hata kwa mind yangu kama Karemi, nanga vile nafanya activities for fun shule. Nilifanya hivyo. Now, when I was in college, me and my colleague, that's my colleague, student, classmate, forever. He's called Ramsey. Both of us, we never used to model at all. But then we had one lecturer when you to approach. Akatuambia, nyinyi mnaweza model. Mimi alikuwa ameni approach kwa simu because hiyo siku alikuwa amenikosa shule. Ali approach my other friend akiwa shule. So akanipigia simu nikamwambia mimi hata sina outfit na event iko kesho. Akaniambia wewe kuja nitakusaidia kutafuta outfit but I want you to model. There's a title I feel utapata. Nikamwambia uko jombi hata sijui kutembea. So
Sasa mtaja jina jamani.
Okay, he's called Dan Holo. He was our lecturer but sai hayuko. Huyo ndo alini-inspire. So mimi na my friend Ramsey, he's the current Mr. Ruiru. Tukaendanga tukaanza kutrain hiyo folende before show. Tunangana kutembea like atujui kile tunafanya. Now Alex was our former Mr. ICS. Yeye ndo alitusaidia kutrain for that day. So then tukaenda tukafanya show yetu tukangana kupiga show tukatembea kwa runway. Luckily tukapata sachets. We got a title first. Yes. Yenye niko nayo sasa Miss Pavi. Na even ndo naweza sema now from that day nikakuja ku learn that kumbe naweza model. Kumbe I can get a crowd, I can pull a crowd. I can do something new na ni make it ikwe yangu. That's when modeling nikaanza kuni-inspire. Nikaanza kuenda to shows zingine. I'm watching what people are doing, competitions. And now currently sasa sindo hiyo nili, before I said it that I'm contesting for Mr. and Miss Kasarani 2025-2026. Actually which will be held on September 13th. Welcome.
We will disclose much toward the end of the show there. Lazima uambie one on one. It is my story here ndani ya Mufo TV mtazamaji. Wherever you're watching, drop me a comment in the comment section. Tell me where you're watching from and of course what are you thinking about her story. This is her story. It doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to be a successful one. It's a story that is aimed at inspiring you that is watching. And even if not you, maybe the generation also there needs this story to believe that they can. From an angle of being like subjected to her skin color, of course, to a point where it is now her doing her thing without looking back and thinking like somebody or someone else can bring her down. This is her story. That is Tamara Muthoni. Now to the third track of it. Bado tunaendelea, career ni mingi. To the makeup artist now, you are having a flashback like tumungelia modeling, tumekuja journalism, sasa tuko kwa hiyo makeup artist. And then of course like reflecting back, hastaki turudi huko nyuma. How now have you been doing it, of course, because sema like umeingia vera shule kidogo hivi, and of course are you doing it professional or just maybe kwa mabishti zako sasa ile uko na crew labda unataka kufunza moja, because najua sasa hizo pale nimekushika ukienda stories zako za kufunza teaching about what to do. You do it professionally as a source of income, or you just do, and how do you find it, of course?
I love it. I love it. It's a passion. Among everything I do, makeup is hata ukiangalia mimi mwenyewe nimejipaka. Yeah. So it's something I love doing. I do it as a profession. I have a price list. I have my rates. I have clients, trusted clients. Na niko na watu wanakuja wakirudi. I do hata pia kwa film. I'm working on SFX makeup. So kwangu ni profession. It's not just for fun. Kujifanyia ndo najifanyia, lakini pia ni kazi.
So wewe unaifanya ile professional where that you can be booked for these, you offer those services. So how long have you been doing it, and of course how is it paying, so that some of my friends like the one watching us can recommend them there?
Yeah, it's paying. It's a good one if you get clients. Honestly, ukianza siwezi kudanganya, people will not trust you with their faces. But ni kama kunyoa. Men wewe pia si uko na baba wako, you can't change the baba. Exactly, you trust one. So hata mimi I had to be trusted by people ndo ambiane. So inalipa. I've been experienced very very well. Right now I'm on my 4th year.
Yes.
Yeah, nimefanya for 4 years. Hizo zingine siwezi sema ni experience juu sikuwa najua vizuri. So 4 years of good experience. Yeah, sasa nimegrow zaidi.
4 years in the experience in the industry. Of course 4 years experience. I think hata wakiandikanga wanataka kazi mahali wananga at least 2 to 3 years. So kama uko na 4 years, of course that is a qualified one. Of course if there is anybody who's looking at us right now na unataka service maybe as a makeup artist, of course umesikia mwenyewe, tutapatana moja kwa moja. She will be giving you her social media handles, and of course hapo ndo utakuwa unampata one by one. And then to another now story where I want us to major at the story of modeling. Wapatanga like the society doesn't embrace this. You understand?
True.
Cause ukipatana na Ukinda Vincent mwenye amesoma uko kwa Matawi kwa mfano, and then unakuja Nairobi unamwambia like anaweza fanya modeling kama career, anakuambia acha ujinga, because the society has not developed to embrace this. There's a lot of challenges, there is a lot of setbacks. Watu wanaona like niaje wewe unafanya nini? So how has it been? I believe like kama umetoka high school back then, you have practiced it in many auditions, of course. And how has been this? How has it been? The judgmental side of it from the society now, leave alone the peer group.
Yeah, let me start from the judgmental side. Modeling is very hard. Very hard. Hata from to learn to walk. But people don't know that. People just know a small part of modeling, that you wear certain type of clothes and walking on runway. But that's not all about modeling. Modeling helps you know yourself. It helps you learn how to be outstanding na kuweza kuongea mbele ya watu. Hiyo ndio kitu tuelewangi. Because unaona kwa modeling, when the time we are almost choosing our winners, we have a public speaking session. Na usipoweza kuongea ukiuliza maswali,
confidence.
Exactly, confidence. So it's a confidence booster. But it's on the side of people. People discriminate it so much. They will call you a prostitute. They will say you're a hostess. They will call you all kinds of names. You know? Na okay, ni sawa tunaelewa, cause at a time there's a time that models walikuwa wameharibu jina kidogo, but sasa tumeanza ku revive back. Walikuwa
wamechoma jina kidogo.
Wamechoma kidogo. But sasa tumeanza ku revive back. And I can say models tumegrow sana. With that, one, when we were being supported, we had one of us, Mr. and Miss Kasarani. She was raped and she died. She was raped and stabbed to death. And what I saw in models, I knew models tumegrow. We are not just people who walk on the runway. This is like a career. Sisi ni watu tuko job. Ofisi yetu ndio hii tumeileta hapa. Tunaonesha sisi ni models. Because when she passed away, all models in Nairobi walijitokeza tukienda kwao nyumbani to tell them I'm sorry, to be explained what really happened. Na tukaenda hadi body viewing, tukaenda pia burial. The ones who are far, like maybe Mombasa, Nakuru, they did their own candlelighting and sent videos. Others posted on social media. Now the time I saw that, nilijua model is not just a small industry. It's a big industry being participated by many people. Many people wameanza ku-embrace modeling. So hata kama kuna negativity, zimeanza kukua narrowed down na positivity kaanza kupanda. Why? If we have a pageant, a show like yenye inakuja, already watu washaanza kulipa ticket. Mbona monetize kitu yenye uwezi penda, na get. So kila mtu ameanza kuipenda. Hata kama ilikuwa challenge, sasa imeanza kukua different kwa macho ya watu. Another thing, tukienanga training nowadays, naona parents wanakuja. We have small kids by the way, modeling for Miss Kasarani, Miss Little.
Yes.
They are very young. Mtoto wako 13 years, mwingine ako 14, 12, 9. Wako hapo wana train. Mama yako anakuja na kuleta, kumaanisha wameona modeling si kitu mbaya. Kama mtoto mdogo anafunzwa kuanzia hii age ndogo, na mimi niko mkubwa, huyu mtoto anakuja grow kama mimi, kumaanisha mama yake anataka kumsaidia kwa career. So right now meaning modeling is not a career. We have taken it as a career, not talent anymore, even if it's something you love like talent. Sasa tunaichukulia kama career. It's something that will bring money to your table and will feed you. Yeah.
So maybe to maybe having talked about modeling now in an like urban towns, let me say it. Kuna ule mtu ambaye labda huko Kisii.
Okay.
Kuna mtu ambaye huko Moranga, huko Nyeri kwa former deputy president. They don't see it like it is a career, as you're saying.
Yeah.
Because usema saizi unapata mtaani watu wanaanza kuleta watoto, they learn these skills as early as now. Ni nini maybe in your capacity you think like can be done, you can recommend, or of course even if in your capacity unaweza sema like we are doing this and that to make sure that we are decentralizing this idea, itoke tu hapa mtaani iende huko mashambani, watu wasikuwe wanatafuta ile gazeti ilikuwa na sitaitaja jina, lakini kwa gazeti fulani kwanza inaikuwa katikati ya the Standard Nation, so watu wanakimbilia sana wanaenda wanaisoma. What is this that can be done by the modeling society ifike huko mashinani, hata kama ni kuorganize event basi huko?
Being a voice, that's the main answer I can say. Being a voice. Why? If tupate model kutoka Kisii, like me even I'm Kisii, you know, ni shinde title fulani kama ya Mr. and Miss Kasarani, I'll be hosted in a radio station like yours, and we are able to speak in mother tongue, Kisii yenye naeleweka na watu wa nyumbani. Na kuna mtu obvious, radio ikosekani ushago. Heri TV tunaweza sema si kila mtu ako nayo. Radio hata iko kwa simu ndogo. Asikia nimecommunicate, ninahojiwa, naambiwa uko aje, mimi naongea na lugha yetu ya mama. Nitamchange thinking yake. So if us as models, we need also to embrace the media houses. To a point that when we are called in for interviews, we don't decline. And mostly the one with vernacular languages. Tunaenda huko, tunaweza ku-speak out, tunasema models ni kama hivi na hivi, hata kama uko nyumbani, unaweza kuja Nairobi, ama uko kwenu nyumbani, you can model for Kisii. Because even have Miss Kisii is my friend. Yeah. So if we are the voice, hata wa nyumbani watakuja kuelewa that it's a career. It's not just something for fun. Juu unaweza pata, kuna msichana mdogo anaishi nyumbani, lakini amepelekwa shule iko town, nataka ni Kisii town. Akienda shule anaona watu wana model. Akienda nyumbani mamake anaambia ni kitu mbaya. Unaona? Sasa ndio mamake aweze kuelewa, lazima pia sisi to embrace social media platforms na to embrace also the media houses. Tuende we speak out. So the only answer I will say is just being a voice.
Being a voice.
Yeah.
And those maybe you do it also, but unapatanga like hawana nini? Hawana you know, I don't know, hana simu, a form of expression. You know, utaona like sawa, Tamara amefanya, or the beauty goddess has done it. Nimeiona TikTok, nimeiona labda kwa simu ya mzazi, lakini pia nataka kuona platform yake. Do you think it's also a challenge also?
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Because maybe at the young age, like unajua mauno bado yako like tender, at the tender age of course, 14, 15, 16, she wants to start practicing. Lakini uko mashambani lazima umalize form 4 ndio upate simu.
Yeah, but hata huko Nairobi ningeadvise mtu kwanza malize shule. But ukitaka kuiembrace uko shago uko nyumbani, I guess what people should start doing is making their own runways kwa barabara basi. We can create that because that's what we do in Nairobi. Us as models, utanipata mimi archives with my friend Mr. Ruiru and Miss ICS Grant. We'll make our own walk-up archives, make some short clips na get. But sasa kama wana simu, anaweza ungana na models wenye wako na simu ama wanaweza tupatana. They make their own work. Na watu wakiwa kwa soko wakiangalia wanaona, oh, hii ndio kitu inaendelea sasa hivi, hii ndio kitu hii generation inapenda. Utawafungua tu macho polepole, moja kwa moja. Unajua kitu kizuri inajitokeza polepole, kitu kibaya ndio inajitangazanga haraka. So if you start small, slowly by slowly, eventually it's going to become a norm. Yeah.
How do you get this connection to or be in the different maybe kama hii nyambo tuongelea ambayo umesema ni ya Kasarani, lakini I know besides that kuna mingi sana umeparticipate. Is participating a form of maybe getting those connections ama
it's
the
not.
way you use social media unapata like maybe kuna mtu ameadvertise kuna hii?
Okay, social media kidogo iko na kanini kwa sababu utapata hiyo applications kwa social media.
Yes.
Then you apply through email, then they approve you, you go for auditions. So hizi mambo ya ati connections ini you being yourself, how umetrain aje, ukienda audition work yako ndio determine kama utaingia. Pia there are some companies, pageant companies, I'll say, they will give you a chance hata kama hujui kuwalk. They will be like umekuwa na potential ya kuweza kufika skill auditions. They take your name, then now you have to pay for registration ya training. When you're training pia umejoin the mister, depends ni ya gani. So hakuna connections hapa, ni wewe tu unapata, una apply, unaingia.
Now before maybe cut this to focus na you the third part, 3-in-1. How do you speak about now modeling? Because unapata like of late there's that the bigger companies are growing. So when the companies are growing, they require people who are influential to market their commodities, to market their name, of course. Are they fighting for the same opportunities with the comedians, with celebrities in other industries, or yenyu tu ni hii monetization kidogo ya hiyo kitu mnafanya, alafu it becomes, and you in particular?
Okay, platform yetu pia iko na kavita kidogo, kuna competition sana. Kwa sababu being a model is not all about kukua kwa runway kutembea. Kuna model wa plotline, kuna model wa kila kitu. Hata wenye video vixens, they are models too, you know. So lazima si wote tupiganie kazi. Na actually that's when you see kwa runway, after tumekuwa kwa runway tukakuwa acknowledged, we get jobs as being brand ambassadors for companies za tourism, companies za anything else. So we have to fight for us kupata. That's when kwa sema ni career, squeeze ni job. Juu unaona nikingangana ni work, nipate title ama pia nikose title. Kuna mtu somewhere atakuwa anani watch from a company, a certain to company, atanipenda hata kama sina title. Na atakuwa like I want to work with her. So competition iko. Sisi na ma celebrities tunapelekana hivi. The industry ni the same. Iya celeb na yetu tuko kimoja kabisa. Hakuna kitu different.
Focus no different too.
Focus tu ndio different, but tuko in the same industry. Juu unaweza pata celebrity like Vera Sidika ameitwa mahali. Pia model ana suit kwa hiyo kitu ataitwa. Unaona? That's why kuna notion by models kuitwa prostitutes sijui nini, but sisi tunajua tuko job, unaona. Maybe few people, some mwenye wanaweza tukakuharibu jina, but sisi hupush sana tusionekane what people think. Yeah.
And I know you are a journalist.
Yeah.
I know you are a journalist. You are my friend, I know. So definitely, how do you speak about this? Currently, the government is on the verge of making sure that these celebrities, now because the same industry, but now different focus, they're not going to advertise liquors.
Okay.
How do you take it? Because many people are going, like there are people who have grown through this modeling, through journalism and through other related industry, of course. And are they measured to get maybe their daily income per month? Maybe I'm advertising nini.
Yeah.
Apatika 100,000, ajeke sawa mjini. How do you feel about this as just as you growing toward the same name?
Okay. I'll be very honest.
Because keeping in mind Tamara, as you advertise this liquor, kuna mtoto mdogo ambaye ana watch hii advert. Kuna yule ambaye labda I feel like it's a good thing, but because she loves or he loves how Tamara does her thing, he admires this. Like one day I can do this as a career, of course, and be the person, of course, the society can look up to. And now Tamara is coming to advertise something, a certain liquor, of course. Now because Tamara does it well, and of course I believe in her and what she does, she can't give me what is bad. Acha nikunywe hii, unajua hii nini nani advertise Tamara. How do you take this? Job na hiyo impact ikitu an advertise.
Yeah, true. Okay. First thing in the morning nilikuwa nimepitia through social media and I still really the storyteller actually didn't support it. And I also second with him. I don't support it. No offense. Msidiingilia kwa comment section. Kwa sababu mimi naweza sema they can look for another platform to advertise it that is away from kids. Like people siku hizi wanachukua the signet wanaitumia ku advertise their news, their nini. Hata hao watu wenye na nini alcohol, they can ungana pamoja watafute their own station. They do that. So mtu anakuwa na interest ya kujua ni pombe gani imetokea, anaenda kwa certain station. Another thing, when you go to clubs, alcohol is displayed everywhere. Why do we need to keep on advertising? You know, ukiangalia kuna billboards, una get like iko already distributed, tunaona kila mahali. So for celebrities to be used, pia mimi na feeling ni kama wanatumika vibaya. Hata kama kuna pesa, hiyo ni kama kutumika vibaya. Because if maybe I'm not an alcoholic, then ambiwa hii ni pombe fulani na fair advertise. I'll have maybe to drink it. Hata kama sitaki, nitakunywa tu kidogo kwa sababu nisipokunywa sisilipwi. Isipo advertise vizuri silipwi. I must drink it with a certain drink. Sijui nafai fanywa nini na nini. So I guess nafai punguza because also it shades some interest. And the people maybe who don't use it. But then nikiitumia ni kama na encourage people to use something. You know, okay, honestly, to go too honest, alcohol is harmful even if we take. You get? That's why I remember kunywa na consumption kidogo. So mbona ni advertise kitu yenye inaumiza watu because there are people who have died of liver failure. Wengine tunangana kwa donatia kidney. Una get? So si lazima wa advertise, si lazima shout you out. Una get? Na waache kutumia celebrities vibaya ku advertise pombe unless mtu ameamua kuwa bartender, ameamua kwa hiyo ni kazi yake, hiyo ndio unaweza post uoneshe watu kuja ukunywe, ninajua ku mix kitu fulani. But kama si job yako, you're a content creator on fashion, focus on fashion. Shida ya how content creators na celebrities, they lose focus quickly. Wakisikia mahali kuna some of them, not all. Wana lose focus, unapata mtu anataka juu amesikia unalipwa maybe 100k for one session. Unasema we ni pombe tu, acha ni advertise, you forget yourself. You know? So tuache tu ku lose focus. Hivyo tunaweza sema, lakini kama bado anataka ku advertise, you know, people have different views. You just do it, be yourself. Go for it.
Just do it, be yourself. That is it from the beauty goddess Tamara Muthoni, who's blessing us this evening with her story. Of course, it doesn't need to be a sad story, it doesn't need to be a successful story. A story is a story. As much as it's told as much as given out, of course, it inspires the generation, it gives hope to the hopeless, of course, and of course it touches somebody's life, career-wise, education-wise, and of course lifestyle-wise. That is what we are here this evening for. And of course she has spoken it all, she has given it all. Whatever you need to know, ameiongea yote. I'm looking through the comment section, and Musa Kungu says mashallah is an Islamic name, so
Okay.
Musa Kungu says mashallah, guest ako sawa sawa, hope the show goes for 2 hours. Damn. Sawa Musa Kungu bana, lakini tumemteka tu kama anaenda shughuli za kila siku. She's a busy of course woman, and of course what she does, I believe, like, needs that movement up and down. So kama ni 2 hours ni sawa, but I believe you are enjoying this. Ran Moura says investigative journalist sema kama God the beauty goddess ndani yake na ku like. Safi sana. Michelle Juma says that's my bestie, very proud of you. Yeah, that is Michelle Juma. Sema that is my bestie.
Hi bestie.
Yeah, so that is it. Keep having us your comment, of course, and whatever It is, as much as it's suggestive, I'll be reading it one by one. Tell us, do you think like there's a lot of negativity when it comes to modeling? Ama watu waache ubombo. Waanze kuimpress because jobs zimekuwa pia tricky sana. Tuwezi fight kukaa kwa ofisi moja. And we have different other talents. So tell me in the comment section what the society believes about these modeling, of course, actresses outside there, and of course the issue of beauty, the makeup stuff and whatever it is. Na mimi nitakuwa nasoma moja kwa moja. It is here ndani ya Mofo TV mtazamaji. Kipindi ni My Story. I've told you it doesn't need to be a sad story. It doesn't need to be a successful one. It doesn't need just to be a flat story. A story is a story because out of 10, it inspires 2 or 3, and that is how our society will grow, paving way for the next generation. Mimi ni Vincent Okinda. Guest wangu ni Tamara Mudhoni. Amekuambia yote. If you've been following, of course, tell me what do you think. And if you have a comment, if you have maybe a suggestion, tell me in the comment section. I will be reading through. Share the link. Karibisha wenzako. If you're watching and you're new, consider subscribing because Mofo TV is your passport to adventure. And now to the last bit of this, ndo nikuache basi uende uingie shughuli za hapa na pale. Now welcome to, of course, the woman stuff. Earlier on, ulisema like you are a jack of all trades. One person serving this category, having this category, having this category. And of course, you had to forego other stuffs so that the 3 major one can have a rise. So how do you manage to balance this and making sure all continue unfavorably? Leo nimefanya something to do with the industry of modeling. Kesho lazima makeup nifanyie watu wawili watatu. Lete ganji hiyo jinga staki. Alafu hiyo the next day classes have to move on. Hey, you have to be a professional, of course, at the end of the day. How do you get to balance this?
Okay, that question, I get it a lot. A lot. Mostly from my mom and dad. Wananiuliza, unaunganisha hizo vitu zote aje? Si ufanye moja kwanza. Na mimi nawaambia sitaki moja, nataka kufanya zote kwa sababu najijua. Ukijijua, ukijielewa, anything is possible. Even the word impossible refuses itself and says, I am possible.
Amen.
Why? You see, yes. Mimi najua kuunganisha maneno moja na moja, kusifanya zikuwe moja. I have classes Monday to Thursday. I will never interrupt my schedule. Kama niko na class Monday, nitaenda hiyo Monday to Thursday. Hata nipate shoot katikati. My class ends at 4. They'll have to wait until 4 so that you can meet. If it's really urgent. If you don't need me, then look for someone else. That's how strict I am. I have a schedule from Friday to Sunday. Friday, I do set books. Saturday depends kama bado niko na set book ama training. Because unajua wezi acha pesa. Kimbilie training, but pia training nafuata sana because it's giving me marks to the last level secure competition. So I really have to work with all of it, and it's so much pressure. The pressure decreases and increases. Lakini bado tunangangana. I give you an example. Let me say, for example, I am a mom. I have 2 children. I have work. I have to go to work. I have to come back cook for my family. I have to make sure my kids wako na vitu za kwenda shule kesho. And I have to help them wake up tomorrow. And I have to go to work. So why shouldn't I start with those responsibilities now? So that by the time nimekuwa mzazi, niko na kazi, niko na familia, ninaweza kubalance. Remember, a woman can multitask. That's what I'm good in. I'm good in multitasking. Na hakuna siku utapata nimeanguka. Zote nitazifanya na star. Okay, nataka sitakuwa successful, at least nitakuwa nimefika mahali kwa limit fulani yenye nilikuwa nataka kufika. So mimi naambia tu, it is never a challenge. Always just ukiwa tu na umepanga vitu zako vizuri, hauwezi umia, hauwezi anguka, na ukijua masaa ya kuyafanya. Kuna siku unaweza amua nifanye set books peke yake na hiyo weekend yote nisiende training. Kuna time nitaamua nitazibalance zote. Friday nitaenda set books hadi jioni. Monday Saturday from 11 to 5 niko training, Sunday niko training. Na get? Alafu Monday tena naanza shule. So ni hivyo makeup inakujanga katikati. Makeup pia kila siku. You know, clients watengenezwe kila siku unless mtu kama mimi napenda ku self glam every day.
Yes.
Not everyone self glams every day.
Yes.
People glam for events. So unapata makeup si issue. Unapata labda, oh hey, I have a birthday. That's why I go with bookings. It will be on September 13th, 14th hivyo. So mimi nakupanga na schedule yangu nakwambia oh yeah I'll be available, if not sikimbili pesa na kutafutia mtu mwingine. Uzuri I have other people who I work with wenye napenda kazi yao, so huwezi kuwa disappointed. So zote tu ni kwa tuna schedule.
As a young lady, of course, and having the issue of school in mind, what do you just feel you can tell that person who's looking up to you, a young lady, of course, who's doing a course, she's very devoted, of course, doing this one course, because we all need money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So what can you tell them? Because kando na kusoma, art pays, as you're saying.
A lot.
Art pays. What can you just tell them, like, as early as now, they can start having something? Yes, there are challenges, but kufocus na kusoma, at the end of the day, we normally end up saying, like, there are no jobs.
Yeah, true. There are no jobs, but mimi nasema usome. Kwa sababu hata mimi nasoma. Nikiwa kwa industry ya hizi vitu zingine, masomo ni important. Because at the end of the day, kama acha nikwambie tu kweli, hata kama niko na skills, tukae kwa meza moja, uko na makaratasi, sina, nani atachaguliwa? Makaratasi. No offense kama ni it's a professional thing. Unless ingine za kazi za mkono, zenye watu wanabanga soma kazi ya mkono, kama kukua saluni siko ubaya, uhitaji karatasi, unaingia tu unaonesha skill yako ya kusuka nywele, umeingia. But if you are standing on professionalism, please, young girls and boys, you have to have your own papers. You have to study from certificate, if it's certificate, to diploma, if to degree, masters. Ukitaka kuendelea, but ni poa kukuwa na degree yako. Yeah, sometimes makaratasi tu tetea mtu. Ataka hauna job, kuna mali tu ipo siku, hizo papers zitakutetea tu. So hata kama unapata dodo ni tamu, usidanganywe zo. Sometimes when you get your own money, you forget yourself. You start leaving school, you start working. And there's a time kidogo pia mimi nilikuwa lose track, by the way. And then
because of money.
Yeah, money can lie to you. Ikianza kuingia mingi, ukianza kupata gigs kwa like, hey, kumbe nimekuwa ni kama tu mtoto ukimzoesha maziwa, alafu muonjeshe sweet. Anataka hiyo sweet sana. Lakini maziwa ndio inamsaidia ni grow hadi afike a certain age. So inabidi ungangane na hiyo maziwa hadi ufike age fulani ndio uachishwe. Sasa ni masomo iko hivyo. Maliza masomo hadi a certain time, endelea na vitu zingine. Kama wewe si mtu kuendelea na masters na manini, at least fika degree. Una get? But it's good to have your own papers. Yeah, so have papers. Hata ukiangalianga wa content creators wengi unapata mtu amegraduate, amesoma na bado ni content creator. Usidanganywe, content creators wengi sana wamesoma. Kina Aziad, they have papers. That's even she's working on a radio station, you know. So hata mimi nataka nisome nikuwe na makaratasi zangu. At the same time I'm also making money, because what I can say, it is good to start making money at an age of 20. Usidanganya pesa lazima utengeneze ukiwa 30 years. Many millionaires right now are 21 years if you're checking. Just be smart, work smart, always put God first. Na ukue tuna schedule. Kwa tuna schedule. Jipange, usikue mtu wa kuruka hapa na pale. Kwa na schedule.
You've given me a challenge. Yeah. Millionaires at the age of...
Yeah, wako.
Millionaires at the age of...
Millionaires.
It's all right.
Millionaires at 21, wako. Hata mimi nataka kukua mmoja. Yeah.
So that is it. And of course, now I want, of course, talk to that person who has a hidden talent. Lakini because hana kierere ya kujaribu. Because many talents are realized through kierere, of course.
Yeah.
You know, just doing unthinkable. Hey, of course, like amekaa tu ako tu like acha nifanye hii acha kama nikosa nafanya journalism acha nifanye no kama ni biko acha tu nifanye hii acha ndio itaitwa blog. What do you think? And because the only reason why they're not outside there practicing their art is because of fear, negligence and lack of correct people or destiny connectors. What do you just think like is the best advice to them?
What I can say is just go for it. Mimi naambianga mtu go for it. Acha kuogopa. You see, like yesterday, okay, currently me and Mr. Riru, who is the Mr. Valentine ICS.
Yes.
We are trading the models because we're having an event for Mr. ICS very soon in August. And there's a girl nilimpata kwa stairs. She's very, like we almost the same body, but she's kind of more big. And I asked her, can you model? Because mimi naenda kutrain watu. Sioni mtu kavi napatia nani title yangu.
Yes.
Na train na sioni mtu wa title yangu. You get? So niko like, no. This thing needs to have more curvy women. I don't know why you're afraid of showing what you have, you know. It's not a must to be like a small body to present yourself as a model. You get? So mimi nikampata nikamwambia njoo, mimi najua unaweza model. Hata mimi kumbuka niliitwa hivyo. Kuja, unaweza model. So even I wanted to set an example. I want to leave a legacy whereby I encouraged one or two to do something they knew they could do. And you know what? That girl at the end of the day, she told me, aki natamaningi ni vile mimi naonanga nikiwa mkubwa. And I told her, what? Mimi naweza kuambia wewe endelea tu kufanya. Usisikize. When we had our meeting with Mr. and Miss Kasarani last week with a certain doctor, kuhusu na mambo za mental health, nakumbuka what he told me, and I'll always tell people, people's opinion doesn't matter. People's opinion doesn't matter. So watu wajuange tu opinion ya watu haijalishi. Haijalishi. Wewe kuja, fanya kile unafanya. Na watu wenye wanapata hawana platform.
Yes.
Go join some things. Wewe ni mtu mkubwa. Uwezi niambia vini hata uwezi enda National Theatre ujaribu kufanya kitu. Like wewe tu kama unajua unapenda kufanya kitu utajipush uendadi kwa hiyo place. Hata kama unaogopa utafanya tu nyuma. Una get? So hata kama you're fearing, try and do things zenye zitakutoa usiogope. Hivyo tu.
As we near the end of this, how do you feel being Miss Curvy ICS? How do you feel? How has been the privilege, of course?
I feel good. It has been a mileage. It's a mileage because I got to be acknowledged by the school.
Yes.
Right now, currently, the director knows me so well. Even there's a project we did with him on sports between ICS Technical College and Cooperative Bank. So nazasema ni mileage because zimenisaidia pia mimi mwenyewe nikagrow, nikajipenda venye niko na nikajua I can do it. Yeah. So it has been great.
There are challenges that normally come with being Miss Curvy. Kuna kitu umesema na sijui nataka utueleze paruanja. Unataka kuhand over the title but hauoni mtu akupatia.
Yeah.
Miss Curvy lazima mtu akue
Okay, sila.
Body hivi kidogo. Najua director nitazama anipatie hizo mapicha hapo kwa display waone what you're talking about. Sijui lakini curvy, you know, from the word curvaceous. Sijui kama nakosea.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. So how can it be? Of course, the form of diet you people eat, you know.
Yeah,
because I believe if could it be just be curvy, anybody would be bought curvy.
Acha nikwambie kwanza tuko na challenge moja. Challenge hiyo unasema ya diet.
Yes.
People tend to think unajua kuna difference. Kuna Miss Curvy na Miss Jumbo. Jumbo ni mtu wako bonge kabisa mkubwa. Alafu Curvy it's been broad hips, you get? But pia kuna tunaweza kuwa na hips and they're not big. Pia inaweza stand for Miss Curvy. Miss Curvy si mambo na kuwa mkubwa, ni mambo na venye hip imetokea kwenye nguo. Lakini mimi kenye naweza ambia watu ni hiyo challenge inakuanga ukiambiwa what to eat, what not to eat. Me, I am a foodie actually. And I don't know when I'll stop eating. I eat. But now the thing is you learn how to balance the eating. Because kwanza ukiwa kwa modeling industry saizi nishajulikana hivi. Nikitrain.
Yes.
Hakuna venye nitapunguka. Nikipunguka itakuwa kumeendaje? Nikiongeza pia ni nini? So unajibalance tu. So unatend tu kujibalance. Usikuwe mkubwa sana, usikuwe mdogo. Unaona? Kwa venye watu wamesha kuzoea ile image ya kwanza ulipea watu. But kama una join place mpya and maybe you want to change differently, just work on your body. Work on what you want. Lakini usi work on what you want because of someone else. Usitaki kuwa na mwili ya mtu fulani. I can give an example of my role model. She's called Precious Lee. She's a high fashion model. She's not small, but she works on high fashion runways for Versace, for Gucci, for all big brands. She's paid over $1 million in just walking. So mtu usikue define na structure yako, wacha tu kudefine na character yako na responsibilities uko nayo, but si body ama skin color. Yeah, so atoko curvaceous, you're welcome. This industry will need you. Actually wameanza kuwa wengi. Ukiangalia, if you check like Citycast TV, inaletanga models, it's made for models. Inaleta many curvaceous models nowadays. So I'm impressed that tuna grow kwa industry. Yeah.
She is impressed that we are the modelers. So.
The models. Kuna modelers.
Kizungu mtu wangu. Are growing in the industry, of course, and it is encouraging because having a way of establishing how you can cope up with the daily challenges and, of course, reaching to where she is, it is a good impression in the society. I don't know if there is any other new comment, of course, but I think we are nearing the end of this, of course, because it has been an inspiring story. It inspires me. It inspires you also there. It touches somebody's life, of course. The fear is gone, as they normally say. It is you versus the career you want and what you want at the end of the day. Remember, mesemaniaje? Millionaires start as early as the age of 21. So, mi na wewe tukingoja tuzeeke, sijui kama unataka kwa babas. And now, of course, to the second last of it, talk to us or talk to your people about the coming event. How do you wish the support, of course? And yeah, I know you said next month,
next month, but on
September. But of course in August there's that you saying like your hand over the Miss Kavi ICs.
Yeah.
Tell us about the two event as they go down.
Okay, I'll start with the one that haina mambo mingi. It's the one for ICS. We are currently training students. If you're a student at ICS and you'd love to train with us, umewahi tamani kumodel na hujaipata platform, this is the time to shine. Kuja utrain sisi, hakuna mtu anakucheka. We are all learning. Hata sisi tuna learn pamoja. Utanipata mimi hapo ama Mr. Ruiru or Miss Grand. On Mr. and Miss Kasarani, I am currently contesting. There's also the award for People's Choice, whereby they will place the link below. Kindly, guys, vote for me as your next Miss People's Choice. As I usually say, beauty is not defined by your face, but it's defined by your kindness, your compassion, and how it radiates itself in. From you, I'm an advocate of GBV, and I'm going to be working with it as time goes by. So you're welcome. The event is on September 13th this year. Nyote mmekaribishwa. Thank you very much.
The event itakuwa 13th September this year. So let us turn up in big number, of course. She has given us her story, of course, and I don't know what will you be waiting or be doing contrary to what she will be outside there to showcase, to make sure that she's bringing the title home. Anaenda kutoa hii title moja, avae nyingine.
Amen.
So kama if we don't turn up, of course we will not be supporting this in unity. So I believe we'll be back here another time, of course, with the one and only Mr. Ruiru. Vile umesema, I'll be glad to host you, of course, for another time before that event, so that people can get to know much about whatever it will be and how the event will be going down, because the later changes are always part and parcel of the event organizers. Yeah, so I believe we'll be here for another time, but I think for this evening, that is it. It has been good telling my story. The story, the latest edition or the episode here at Mofo TV. Before maybe we end this, mtu anataka kuongea nawe labda on social platforms, of course, and just your parting shot and the social media handles.
My parting shot, the ladies, you're very beautiful. Keep on smiling, keep on shining, and keep on praying. And also, the quote that I always leave people with is, it doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you pick yourself from there. You can find me on my TikTok, Beauty Goddess, Instagram, Tamara Goddess, and on Facebook, Tamara Mudhoni.
And on Facebook, Tamara Mudhoni. That is it for this evening, of course. Let us just end it at that point. Keep sharing the link. Subscribe if you're new, of course. And tell your friend that Mofo TV is your passport to adventure. It has been a special segment of my story. We'll be having other guests as the week goes down. And of course, I'm proud that you tell your story to the generation. From here, I'm Vincent Okinda. Don't switch the dial or usitoke hapo hivyo, because in the next like 30 minutes we are having an ongoing show lined up for you and our guests are almost here with us. So usiende mbali, tutakuwa tunapiga masuala ya Chelsea kuweza kushinda kikombe cha Club World Cup, and of course the transfers that are happening, and of course the school game that zinaendelea huko Nyanza and Western. So stay tuned, ni hapa ndani ya Mo40 from the whole team. Thank you for watching, keep us locked.